Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing Aquaman and I have the hiccups, fair warning, so that will be interrupting my speech just about every 15 seconds or so. Yeah, I apologize for that. Maybe they'll go away now that I brought it up. We'll see. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Anyway. Yeah, so the reason I'm reviewing this late is because it was the Christmas season and I was not in the mood to see a superhero movie starring Jason Momoa when I was trying to get in the Christmas spirit. It just was not right for me, especially because I have such a short Christmas season because I'm at school until just before Christmas. And up until the point where I leave, like, I am focused on finals. It is not Christmas season, it is final season. So, but yeah, that's all over now, and I finally got to see this movie, and I have to admit, I wasn't that excited for it. Even though people were saying it was pretty good, I had low expectations, but wow, let me say, oh, and this is, by the way, this is a non-spoiler review. This movie was good. This movie was very good. And the reason why it was good was because James Wan directed it. His style, his artistic style that he brought from the horror genre into this new world of filmmaking for him is brilliant. It was beautiful. I mean, almost every other shot was a money shot. You could tell that it was James Wan making these movies. Like, it was someone very artistically driven that was making this movie. It was beautifully done. Beautifully done. Like, some of them could have been, like, paintings. They could have been the poster themselves. Some shots were just so... My jaw actually dropped at one point during the last half hour of the movie. I actually, like my jaw had been, like, kind of dropping. I'd been like, whoa, whoa, whoa. But at one point, my jaw literally went, because it just came out of nowhere, and it was so beautiful, and it was just so, it was so beautiful. It was beautiful. But on top of James Wan's wonderful directing and the cinematography and all of that went along with it, we have Jason Momoa, who was a perfect Aquaman. He was great. There were so many times where the score kind of, like, highlighted his actions, and it was at first I was like, this is really cheesy. This is kind of weird, because the theme that they picked for him could have been better, but I personally didn't like it. But yeah, you can feel his strength, like, and part of this goes to James Wan and then all the stunt directors and the fight coordinators. But when Jason Momoa would punch someone in this movie, like, it felt like he punched them. Like, I actually, like, was starting to cringe. I was like, oh, all these bruises. Yeah, but he did a great job. I thought, like, the fact that they wrote the role as he doesn't take himself seriously as a king either. Like, he doesn't think that's, like, he doesn't think he's worthy of it, that he's fit for it. And I think that was a good, I mean, obviously it's for the character, and it's the character arc that is set up in the first act, but it's still a good way to, it's always a good way to do an origin story. It's always a good way to do an origin story. Let's just say that. And he was highlighted, like, brilliantly by Amber Heard. Having Amber Heard in the movie took James Wan's directing, which is, like, way up here, and then it took Jason Momoa, who is, like, here, if you can even see my hands, here, and then Amber Heard took him, like, here, and then James Wan's directing took them, like, way up there. So it was crazy. Just, yeah, the inclusion of, okay, but Amber Heard looked amazing that entire movie. It was actually kind of just like, flabbergasting how amazing she looked, but she did a very good job. All the actors did a great job. Nicole Kidman, her hair looked so fake. I could not get over that. I thought Mira's hair looked fake in the trailers when I was first watching it, and then I watched them when I was watching the movie. Like her dry hair, I thought looked fake in the trailers, but like it looked like a wig. But in the movie, it looked so real. Like I was like looking for that again. I really look when people are wearing wigs to make sure that they're like done as well as possible, because it bugs me when the hair looks fake. And Amber Heard's actually looked, first of all, so good, but so real too. And the only thing that wasn't natural was the color. But Nicole Kidman's it never looked real to me. And I don't know, like I love Nicole Kidman. I'll always defend her, but I just don't think like her role in this movie, I don't know, I don't think she was cast well. Yeah, I don't know. I'm probably the only person to be saying that because she's Nicole Kidman, but I feel like a different actress would have worked better. I mean, she looks a lot like the other guy there, her other son, but like she doesn't look at anything like Jason Momoa. Like literally there's no resemblance at all. And not even really to the guy who plays the dad. There's not really that much resemblance there either. So yeah, that was interesting. It was kind of just distracting to me though. Yeah, so I would change that. But I mean, overall, I think honestly it's just so refreshing to go see a DC movie and like have it actually be like a rewarding experience that's worth your money. Like it's a good feeling. It's a good feeling to not be disappointed. Because like with Justice League and like all these other movies that just like, I don't even want to, that's a whole nother rant. But I liked it. I liked it a lot. I think that the way they incorporated elements, the opening and closing thematic images were very nice. I thought I knew right away. I was like, oh, that's definitely the closing thematic image because it ties back to the beginning, and I liked that a lot. There was a lot that they did that tied back to earlier parts of the movie as it progressed, and I think the callbacks were really nice and well earned. There is an end credit scene. There's one. It's in the middle of the credits. It's at the end of like the main credits, like the names, like the artistic credits that happen in the beginning. Before the scroll happens, like the nice roll up in the black background. But yeah, I think it's definitely worth it to stay to the end of the other end credit. It's an important end credit scene, I would say, but it's not that long. I mean, oh yeah, the song that they did during the beginning of the end credits, I was like, what is this song choice? Like, what does this even have to do with anything? Like, some of the song choices were weird. And, like, some parts of the score were really good, and I'm the type of person who has, like, an actual playlist full of movie scores, and my roommate and I quiz each other on them. So, I know a lot about my scores. Some parts of this Aquaman score were really good, and other parts were just not good. And the reason I say not good is because they were noticeable in a way that didn't add, it like distracted me, not in a way that built to the mood. And that's not what you want to have happen. So you want to be like, oh, there's music playing, rather than, oh my gosh, the tone is being set. Yes, and it's almost like you don't even process it. It's just there. It's just ingrained in the movie. But at some moments, mainly in the first act, the first half of the movie, there were some weird moments like that. But as the movie went on, the shots got more and more beautiful, and each scene got more and more rewarding, and it was great. I was very happy with the way each character completed an arc, where we started the film and where we ended the film. I was very happy with all of it. Yeah, I had actually just made my top 10 movies of the year list, and now I have to fix it because I think Aquaman might be on it. Which is crazy, because I didn't expect it to be, but I'm relieved. I'm happy that it is. I love Jason Momoa. I'm a huge Game of Thrones fan, and I'm happy to see him getting a big role like this and being also successful and all of that, and I'm happy for Amber Heard and James Wan, and I think this is a really good new start for comic book movies. It's going to be great if we can be artistic like this. Like with Into the Spider-Verse and with Aquaman, bringing the art, because comic books are an art form, and the art is a huge part of it, and bringing that to the forefront, like really bringing the artistic aspect, the artist driven imagery that is what made all these characters so successful, remembering that and bringing it into the movies is it's just such a strong place to be at. I'm really excited for what this might entail. If you want to see my end of the year stuff, like my top 10 movies of 2018, movies I'm most looking forward to in 2019, stuff like that, subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, let me know in the comments down below what you guys thought of Aquaman, if you're gonna see it. And stay tuned, because on January 4th, my half birthday, I will be doing my live stream to celebrate 1 million views total and all that I've done in the past year and a half. It's so exciting. So yeah, have a good day everyone. Bye.